this flame in the frostbite's grip, your breath a torch where the shadows slip. In the ache of a world turned numb and cold, where the embers skies the night couldn't hold. Our hearts are fire, a rebel's creed, a furnace hymn where the damned are free. Let the ice caps scream, let the skeptics conspire. We're the blaze that rewrites the pyre. You're the flaw in the artisan's plan, a spark in the void where the void began. They swore we'd drown in the ash they spread, but we're the wildfire that feeds instead. Our hearts are fire, a rebel's creed, a furnace hymn where the damned are free. Let the ice caps scream, let the skeptics conspire. We're the blaze that rewrites the pyre. When the architects fade and the blueprints rust, we'll etch our vows in the dust of trust. A symphony of cinders too fierce to tame. This love's the scar no storm can claim. Our hearts are fire, no crypt, no chain. A bonfire's roar in the acid rain. No alibi could douse what we've dared to conspire. This burns the choir. We're the spire. Oh, we'll rise where the mute flames dance. Our fire, our fire, our fire. In the hush where the sirens fade, your gravity bends my fractured spine. We're the math that the chaos designed, a reckless equation, half drawn, half divine. Hearts collide, stars ignite, a supernova's kiss and borrowed time. No black hole could steal this frequency. We're the crash and the symphony. You're the algorithm I can't delete, a glitch in the code where the chaos meets. They said we'd fray at the edge of the graph, but we're the axis that bends the wrath. Hearts collide, stars ignite, a supernova's kiss and borrowed time. No black hole could steal this frequency. We're the crash its fate. Stars defy a wildfire's hymn screamed into the sky. No vacuum could claim what we've dared to compile. The sparks, the trial, we're the style. We'll burn where the lost rewrite. Hearts collide, stars ignite. In the silence where the frets wore thin, your fingers trace the noise within. We rewired the hum of a broken amp, a voltage too wild for the world to clamp. Striking the chords of love, resonance unbound, a dissonant hymn where the lost are found. Let the critics crack, let the tempo derail. We're the feedback that outshines the frail. You're the reverb in the hollowed out room, a harmony carved from the shards of gloom. We said our tune was a jukebox lie, but we're the static that won't comply. Striking the chords of love, resonance unbound, a dissonant hymn where the lost are found. Let the critics crack, let the tempo derail. We're the feedback that outshines the frail. Needle dust, a ballad of fractures too sharp to deny. This love's the discord that taught us to fly. Striking the chord solo, low streak, no key, a riff that outruns entropy. No metronome owns the chaos we've played. This noise won't fade. We're the cascade. Striking chords, striking chords. we etched our names in the throat of storms. Your pulse, a drumbeat defying form. Through the teeth of our eras, rusted and worn, we're the scars that outran the shatter of dawn. Carved in the roar of time, granite and grit, a tectonic hymn where the fractures commit. Let the cliffs collapse, let the ages conspire, where the fault lines fire and the choir. You're the cipher in the monolith's groan, a cipher keyed to the wild unknown. They swore we'd crumble like ash in the gale, but we're the fossils that outlast the tale. Carved in the roar of time, granite and grit, a tectonic hymn where the fractures commit. Let the cliffs collapse, let the ages conspire, where the fault lines fire and the choir. When the tundra forgets and the rivers rewrite, we'll stitch our ghost to the riptide's fight. A psalm of erosion too fierce to erase. This love is the canyon that wears its own face. No shrine, no chain, a cathedral of dust where the vows remain. No glacier could bury the creed we've designed. This marks the grind, we're the glide. We'll stand where the gargoyles freeze, carved in. Carved in. In the grip of a world turned stone, your whisper fractured the unknown. We're the cipher in the static's decree, a key spun from what the void couldn't see. Love that breaks the chains, silence undone, a riot of light where the dark had won. Let the judges rage, let the systems conspire, where the flare that rewires the pyre. You're the flaw in the algorithm seal, a pulse that outruns the lies they steal. They swore we'd fade with the debt we're that rewires the pyre. Love that breaks the chains, silence undone, a riot of light where the dark had won. Let the judges rage, let the systems conspire. We're the flare that rewires the pyre. When the archives burn and the timelines twist, we'll carve our truth in the wrist of the mist. A ballad of fractures too fierce to erase. This love is the breach no vault can replace. When the archives burn and the timelines twist, we'll carve our truth in the wrist of the mist. A ballad of fractures too fierce to erase. This love is the breach no vault can replace. Grind of the city steel throat, your voice cuts through the klaxon's note. We're the tremor in the rusted decree, a hymn too raw for the factory's plea. Loudest love song forged in the rust, a siren's cry where the gears adjust. Let the concrete crack, let the circuits deny. We're the anthem that drowns the light. You're the flaw in the monolith script, a spark in the wire where the power's stripped. They swore we'd fade with the smoke's decay, but we're the rust that stains their gray. Loudest love song forged in the rust, a siren's cry where the gears adjust. Let the concrete crack, let the circuits deny. We're the anthem that drowns the light. When the welders sleep and the cranes resign, we'll solder our names to the fault line. A ballad of iron too fierce to erase. This love's the weld no storm can displace. the skyline decays. Loudest love, loudest love. Alone, no, no. This love.
We stole the keys to a rusted wheel. Your laughter mapped where the frayed roads heal. Through the throttle of a borrowed sky, where the draft, the dusk can't deny. Racing the sunset, horizons undone. A throttle's vow, where the miles become one. Let the engines choke, let the skeptics stall. We're the ghost in the gear, outrunning it all. Clockwork's near, a rebel wrench in the gridlocked frontier. They swore we'd rust where the highways end, but we're the detour that laws can't bend, that running it all. Racing the sunset, horizons undone. A throttle's vow, where the miles become one. Let the engines choke, let the skeptics stall. We're the ghost in the gear, outrunning it all. When the odometers bleed and the signposts lie, we'll chart our scars where the black tops die. A fugitive rhythm, too wild to erase. This love's the grease that outruns the race. Where the pavement thins, racing, racing alone. Sails where the tempests breed. Your hands grip the helm where the sirens plead. Through the jaws of waves that the heavens denied, we're the wreckage. The storm couldn't hide. Against the storm we ride, renegade and sworn. A hurricane's bride in the rags we've worn. Let the maelstrom roar, let the anchors divine. With the tide that swallows the guide.
deepest spite. A north uncharted, defying the right. They swore we'd drown in the charts they drew, but we're the salt that corrodes their view against the storm we ride. Renegade and sworn, a hurricane's bride in the rags we've worn. Let the maelstrom roar, let the anchors divide with a tide that swallows the guide. When the masts splinter and the depths conspire, we'll carve our creed in the lightning's ire. A psalm of rogue winds too wild to erase. This love's the squall no port could replace. Against the storm we ride, no chart, no chain, a leviathan's cry in the acid rain. No lighthouse grave for the vows we've defied. This rage is the bride, we're the glide. We'll haunt where the blind tides churn. Against the storm, against the storm. We drew our plans on the law's tightrope. Your smile, the fuse that dared to hope. In the static of their rigid design, we're the heist that outwear the line. Breaking the rules for love, outlaw sworn. A vigilante's vow in the currency of scorn. Let the alarm scream, let the grid realign. We're the spark that rewrites the crime. You're the glitch in the jury's decree, a traitor's kiss that unshackled me. They swore we'd rot in the cells they've built, but we're the ghosts who haunt their guilt. Breaking the rules for love, outlaw sworn. A vigilante's vow in the currency of scorn. Let the alarm scream, let the grid realign. We're the spark that rewrites the crime. When the gavels crack and the verdicts rust, we'll paint our truth in the dust of trust. fugitive's anthem, too loud to erase. This love's the scar no law could trace. Could trace. Breaking the rules for love, no chains, no creed. A treasonous fire where the numb take heed. No courtroom grave for the vows we've designed. This risks the sign. We're the undefined. We'll vanish where the statutes blur. Breaking rules, breaking rules, breaking rules, breaking rules.
In the static of a world gone numb, your heartbeat hums what words can't become. We're the cipher in the silent scream, a code unbroken, half dreamed, half seen. When love is the only answer, antidote unswayed, a pulse in the void where the fractures arcade. Let the skeptics plead, let the circuits decay. We're the light that outruns the grave. You're the rhythm in the algorithm's flaw, a rebel chord that defies the law. They swore we'd fade with the scripts they've spun, but we're the chaos that's just begun. Outruns the grave. When the archives crumble and the timelines fray, we'll write our truth in the dust of today. A ballad of atoms too raw to deny. This love's the equation no lie can defy. We'll drift where the noise can't pretend. Love's the answer, love's the etched our names in the sundial shadow. Your pulse a rhythm where time moves slow through the cracks of borrowed tomorrows. We're the thread that silence borrows, holding tight to forever, timeless and unswayed. A constellation sown where the clocks degrade. Let the seasons fracture, let the eons unwind. We're the knot that outlives the grind. You're the flaw in the hourglass sand, a rebel grain slipping through fate's clenched hand. They swore we'd fade with the dust they've sown, but we're the roots where the wild has grown, holding tight to forever, timeless and unswayed. A constellation sown where the clocks degrade. Let the seasons fracture, let the eons unwind. We're the knot that outlives the grind. When the maps dissolve and the compass rusts, we'll carve our path in the dusk of trust. A song of patience, too fierce to erase. This love's the scar no hour can replace. When the maps dissolve and the compass rusts, we'll carve our path in the dusk of trust. A psalm of patience, too fierce to erase. This love's the scar no hour can replace. We'll leave where the timelines blur, holding tight, holding tight, holding tight. We wrote our vows in the throat of the storm. Your rage, a rhythm that defied the norm. In the static of a world half deaf, we're the feedback the void can't suppress. We scream, we love, volcanoes unsealed, a primal hymn where the fractured are healed. Let the cynics choke, let the circuits decay. We're the riot that burns through the grave. You're the spark in the power grid's light, live wire thrashing where the numb comply. They swore we'd short in the volts they've sold, but we're the blackout that rewrites the mold. We scream, we love, volcanoes unsealed, a primal hymn where the fractured are healed. Let the cynics joke, let the circuits decay. We're the riot that burns through the grave. When the grids collapse and the screens turn cold, we'll tattoo our truth in the neon's hold. A ballad of sparks too fierce to erase. This love's the crash no code can replace. We scream, we love, no script, no chain, a static confession the pure can't contain. No factory could stamp what we've dared to create. This noise is our fate. We're the wave, we'll crackle when the signal's thin. We scream, we love. We planted flags in the no man's land. Your voice, a ceasefire carved by hand. Through the shrapnel of their hollow wars, we're the trenches that mercy pours. Love that survives the